Hi, and welcome to my presentation, 2014 Online Marketing Strategy for DUI Lawyers. So in this presentation, I'm going to talk about why your online presence is crucial to your success as a DUI lawyer, what really works in SEO, which is search engine optimization today, and the best online strategy you should invest in 2014. Now, I know your time is valuable, so I will try to keep it as short and to the point, and everything I'm going to talk about today you can easily validate by doing a basic research online. But first, who am I? My name is Yuval Amar, and I've been doing online marketing for the past 7 years, and I know you're probably asking yourself, what's the catch? So, after you watch this presentation, you will have 3 options. The first option is to ignore this completely and keep on doing what you're doing to generate business. Second option is you take the valuable information I'm sharing here for free and implement the strategy on your own. And the third option is you will hire me to do this for you. I know some DUI attorneys will ignore this. I know some will try to do this on their own or give it to one of their employees to try and implement it successfully. And I know that a select few will allow me to take on this project, allowing them to focus on what they're good at, which is being a DUI lawyer. Now that we cleared this, we can focus on the good stuff, which is what we came here for. There are 2 things I learned about the internet throughout my years doing internet marketing. And the first thing is, if you want to get business, you must be online. This is not 10 years ago. You could just have your office and that's it, or advertise in the newspapers, etc. Today, if you want to get business, you need to be online. And the second thing is, online marketing, and especially SEO, is very dynamic. Now, let's think of a typical potential DUI client for a moment. This client's facing DUI charges which can cost him a lot of money, his driving license, and maybe even his freedom. So, it is safe to say that he really needs your help. And where is he going to search? Well, you guessed it. It's online. And since he is desperate, he will usually hire one of the first lawyers he finds. You have to be in the top spots of the search results if you want to be found by your target audience. That's the simple truth. The easiest way to do this is to pay Google for sponsored ads. Those are the ads you usually see highlighted in the top or on the side of the search results. However, the DUI related keywords, and especially the more targeted ones, are very, very expensive and are in the range of $50 to $350 per click. That's for one person clicking your ad and going into your website. That's a lot of money. So the big question is, where do you go to get free targeted traffic? When I say targeted, I mean people looking for what you have to offer, and free, that you don't have to pay Google for this traffic. The answer is by doing SEO, which is search engine optimization. So what is search engine optimization? It's basically getting Google and other search engines to rank your website higher in search results for your relevant keywords. The reason I'm focusing on Google is because Google gets more than half of the global search volume, and especially in the US, it's just a very dominant search engine. So obviously there's Yahoo, there's Bing, but Google is the most dominant one. That's why I'm going to focus on Google. Okay, so how does it work? It used to be very simple. The basic concept of SEO is, for example, with Google, is that Google goes and crawls your website. That's the blue arrow you see over here, and the big square in the middle is your website. Your DUI lawyer website has a lot of content on it, and then Google goes and pretty much skim through the content and decides where to categorize your website. So if your website is about DUI lawyer, then it's going to categorize you under that keyword of a DUI lawyer. So how did Google decide which website will be first? Because if, let's say, there are 50 competing websites over the same keyword, you have 50 competitors, and they all pretty much have the same websites talking about the same idea. How does Google decide which one is better, which one will be in the top? So that's why you see these green squares or rectangles over here around the other sites with these arrow pointing to your site. These arrows are links. Okay, so other site would link to your site, and based on that, Google will decide which site will be higher in the search results. So if, let's say, you have 10 sites linking to you, every link considered like a vote. It's like this website voted for your website, and Google will take that and analyze it, and based on that, they'll decide which site will be number 1, then number 2, number 3. So that's the basic idea of search engine. Obviously, there's a lot more to it. For example, which words does the website linking to you is using to link to you? If they're just using a regular link to your website, or they're using a link saying DUI lawyer, and then these words, the DUI lawyer words, are linked, that's obviously a lot better. So that's how it used to be. And about 2-3 years ago, SEO was relatively easy. You could have just paid $100 for a bunch of Indians in India to just sit and promote your website, to get a lot of cheap links in a lot of different places, and you would see very good results in your websites. But in the past 2 or 3 years, there have been a lot of changes to SEO because Google's really been cracking down on all these techniques and methods, all the shady black hat techniques and all the cheap links were pretty much devalued. So now these techniques don't work anymore. And SEO has become a whole different ballgame. If you do a basic research online, you'll see words like penguin, panda, hummingbird. These are all the words, all the different updates that Google did to their algorithm, which basically stands for all the different updates that pretty much hurt a lot of websites that were doing SEO and trying to promote their business online. So what changed in Google? So now the big change that was in Google in all these different updates is that, first of all, the sites linking to your site should either be an authority site or a relevant site. When I say authority, I mean authority in Google's eyes. For example, take Yahoo, Yahoo.com. Yahoo.com is a big established website. It's been around for many years, and everybody knows it's a big website. So Google sees Yahoo as an authority website. So if you, let's say, get an article published in Yahoo about DUI lawyers and your website is linked from that article, that carries a lot of value to your website because it's basically saying that Yahoo endorsed you as a good DUI lawyer. That's unbelievable. As opposed to if you got it from a regular blog or a regular site that Google don't think highly of as much as Yahoo, at least. That's the first thing. That's authority sites. The second thing is to have a relevant site. For example, if you have a law professor in Harvard linking to your website, that is also very good for you. Why? Because he's a law professor, and if he linked to you, he's in the niche. He's in the his blog is relevant to your topic, to what your site is about, and if he linked to you, it's obviously very good. But if, let's say, he would link to someone who sells kitchens online, that's different. I mean, the fact that he's a law professor in Harvard doesn't mean that he understands kitchens. So it carries less value to a kitchen website and more value to your website. So that's the one big difference that happened in the sites linking to you. The second thing is social signals. In the past few years, 5, 6, 7 years, a lot of social platforms has grown in the internet, like Facebook, Google+, Twitter, YouTube. All these social platforms are regular people, not webmasters, and that's the big difference. It's regular people who can now share, link, talk about other websites and other things going on the web. Google has started paying a lot of attention to what people have to think, to have people have to say, and what people think about other websites. So that's another factor that's brought into the search engines and has a lot more value today than it had, let's say, 5 or 6 years ago. So if your website gets a lot of likes, Google Pluses, tweets, and you're mentioned in a lot of different places, and you're getting these social links, what they call social signals, that's a big factor today in search engines. So let's sum it up. First of all, the days of cheap SEO are gone. That, I hope you realize that by now. What people used to do 2 or 3 years ago and got very good results, they outsourced their SEO for very cheap bargains. Used to get it for $100, $200 a month, and got good results. Those days are gone. Now, at first, when that whole thing started, all these different updates, it was bad news for a lot of SEO companies. Myself included, I remember I used to do SEO for a lot of different websites, and most of them got knocked out in the first updates. And at first it was, very hard, but then you realize that it's also an opportunity, because what Google did was they took, let's say, 1,000 websites that were competing for the same keywords and were fighting out who's going to be number one, number two, and pretty much knocked out, let's say, 95% of them. So you're left with only about 50 websites fighting for the same keywords. The rest are just out of the picture. So right now, it's also an opportunity. If you do their SEO right and you do it the right way, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get to the top spots. So obviously you need more time, effort, and money to get to the top spots, but you have less competition. So what changed? Let's sum it up. In the past 2 years, the first thing is that the focus is on quality more than quantity. It used to be quantity, how many links you got. Today it's more of quality. So if you get 10 links from very good relevant websites, it's worth a lot more than 1,000 links from cheap non-relevant websites. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing is content is king. It always used to be king. Content is what pretty much is the basics of SEO, which content you have, which content have linking to you. But today you really need to focus on having good, unique content and lots of it. Okay, you need to have good content and unique. And unique meaning it's not copied from anywhere else, and good meaning that people will actually read and enjoy what you have to write. It should be informative. It should give a value to the readers, because if you do this correctly, you will get to what I'm talking about, numbers 3, which is social signals. They're very important, and you can obviously do it. You can try to manipulate social signals by buying likes, tweets, etc. But the best way to do it is just get it naturally. So if you post an article somewhere in a relevant authority site, and that article will get a lot of social signals because people are actually going to appreciate what you have to write about, that's going to give you a lot of value to your website, and in return your website will go up in search engine results. And last but not least, your links should come from relevant sites and authority sites that we talked about before. Very, very important, not to just get links anywhere, but to try to focus your link building campaigns on relevant site and authority sites. Okay, so how can you get your DROI site ranked higher in the search results? Bottom line, what should you do? What strategy should you do if you want to get your SEO right, if you want to improve your rankings in Google's? So what you need to do is start by researching online and finding the quality relevant blogs and sites where you can place your unique informative articles with a link to your site. That's pretty much what it comes down to. If you get a lot of websites, good ones, that will link to your website, you will get very good results, especially today. Okay, but you have to do the research. You have to find good websites. Second thing is you need to contact the webmaster once you find these websites and negotiate the terms. Now you should just know, usually it will cost money to post on different websites, or it will cost you something, because no one will do this for free. I mean, there used to be back in the days where everybody was very innocent when it came to the internet, and webmasters would just say, oh yes, I will post your article if you I don't know, give me an article in return in your website, or give me a link in your website. Those link exchanges are pretty much over. I mean, no one really does it. Some still do it, but if you want to get good quality content in other blogs, you usually have to pay the blog owner or the website owner to post in their website. And third thing is, once you do that, you need to make sure that your website and the post that you get will get social signals. So it's not enough to just post in someone else's blog and that's it. Once you have that post live in their site, try to make sure that it will get exposure, likes and shares and tweets. This way, it'll give a lot more power to your website. In order to implement this strategy successfully and to avoid wasting time and money, you need to make sure that the sites that you're posting on are aged, meaning that they weren't built yesterday, they weren't created yesterday. They're indexed in Google to show you that they're not banned by Google. They have a decent Google PageRank, and Google PageRank is a number between nothing to 10 that Google gives every website, every web page actually, to determine how valuable it is. So you need to find websites that have a good PageRank, and make sure also that they're not fake. Some people can fake Google PageRank, just their websites online. Just do a simple search, how to see if a site has a fake PageRank or real PageRank, and just make sure that you find that out before you post on that website. And you should also make sure that the site has a good domain authority. It's short for DA is short for domain authority. DA is another tool that was introduced to the market by a company called SEO Moz, and that's pretty much gives a number between 0 to 100. It's another way for you to see if the website is good. So if you see a site with a Google PageRank of 7 and a DA of 10, that's not good. Good DA is 50 and up, or let's say that's for authority domains. But let's say over 30 is good. If you see a site with a high Google PageRank and a low DA, it usually means that the site is fake, has a fake PR or something shady about it. Don't even bother going there. Second thing you need to make sure is that you diversify your link anchor text. When you link from one site to another, usually the link has words. And you need to make sure that if you want to rank, for example, for the keyword Tampa DUI lawyer, don't have all the links with the same keyword, because that doesn't look natural. Diversify it. Have Tampa DUI lawyer, best Tampa lawyer, etc. And also put in general keywords like click here, visit this site, and also your actual URL. For example, myduisite.com. Now I want to share a little secret with you. There's another website out there that many professionals neglect, but is very, very important. It can really help boost your targeted traffic, search engine traffic, and can give you also positive branding. And the site I'm talking about is YouTube. YouTube is the third most visited site on earth and has a monthly traffic volume in the billions. People love videos, and the reaction a DUI lawyer can get from a good video is tremendous. That is why many lawyers started uploading their videos to YouTube. But sometimes this can actually work against you. And what am I talking about? Let's take a look at the following example. I took a screenshot of one of the videos that were uploaded by a lawyer to YouTube, and I specifically erased all the private information here so you won't know who this lawyer is. But if you take a look at this video, just at the screenshot, you can get a lot of information just from looking at it. The first thing you can see, and that's very noticeable, is that the video looks very professional. The lawyer standing here talking about whatever it is he does with a nice background here. Everything is mahogany. You see the books. It looks very professional. He didn't just take a bad video, and he's talking about very important things. You also see that he uploaded about 160 videos to his YouTube channel, which means that he knows the value of having YouTube videos. However, and that is a big thing, when people look at these videos, it's not about what you say, it's about everything around what you say, and that is your branding. Do you have a good branding or just a good video? So let's see what I'm talking about here. You see, published on September 21st, 2012. This video was published more than a year ago. This channel has 160 videos, but only 10 subscribers. 10 subscribers. A subscriber is someone who signs up for your YouTube channel, and the idea is every time you release a new video, they'll get a notification saying that you released a new video. So if people want to really hear what you have to say, they're going to subscribe to your channel. It's free for them. It doesn't cost them any money. All it means is that they will get notifications, and you can send them a letter or a notification saying that you just released a new video. So if this guy has 10 subscribers, that's not good. Because if you see this and you see 10 subscribers, you probably think to yourself, this lawyer doesn't have such a big business. The people who subscribe are probably his immediate family, his friends, his coworkers. That's not very impressive to see only 10 subscribers. You can also see that this video has only 13 views, and that's in a period of over a year. That's less than 1 view a month. That's not good. When you see that, you immediately think this lawyer doesn't have a lot of business, or he's not attracting a lot of views to his videos because maybe he's not so professional. Even if you listen to the whole video, you're always going to have that in the back of your head. As someone, as a potential client, when you want to go to a lawyer, you want to think that your lawyer is a big shot. Okay, so if you see 13 views, he doesn't look like a big shot. And last thing, you see no comments yet, okay? No one commented on the video, even from the 13 people who viewed it, the one person who liked it, and the 10 people who subscribed to the channel. No one really commented on the video, so it obviously still shows that this lawyer doesn't look so professional. Okay, so it's not only about having a very good informative video that looks very professional, it's also about what's around the video. So what do you need to do if you want to get better YouTube videos, branding, and ranking? The first thing you need to do is buy real human views, likes, comments, subscribers to each video you upload. I know it sounds artificial, and it is, but you have to do this so when your target audience actually lands in your YouTube video, they're going to think that you have very good branding. And that's very important because that's one of the things they're going to look at before they hire your services. Second thing you need to do is you need to get links and social signals to your videos as well. We talked about it before talking about your website, but you should also do it to your YouTube videos. And it's actually a lot easier to rank YouTube videos than to rank your website in most cases, unless your website is very strong and powerful already. But most websites, it's a lot easier to rank YouTube than to rank your website. And it's actually going to help you in two things. It's going to help your video rank better in YouTube and rank better in Google. And third thing is you need to make sure your videos look professional and bring value to the viewers. It's not just about having a lot of like, comments, etc. The bottom line is once you pass that filter of having a lot of views and likes, etc., people are actually going to listen to what you have to say on your video, and they're going to look at the video, and if they see that the video is not professional, they're not going to hire your services. So it's a package deal. You need everything to be very professional and look that you have a very good branding and a very good firm for them to actually go after they watch the video and go and contact you and hire your services. So in 2014, the best and most cost-effective way for you to get targeted, and I mean targeted traffic, is by focusing on two things. The first thing is SEO, ongoing unique content creation and distribution in quality, relevant sites. Second thing is YouTube marketing. Promoting your videos will help your positive branding and bring you valuable leads. Now that we covered the basics of which strategy you should implement to increase your online exposure and generate more business in 2014, the question is how you should go about it. As you probably realize by now, your online presence is crucial to your success in today's business environment, but the problem is it is an ongoing, time-consuming effort that also costs money to implement. So basically it all comes down to one thing. Time or money, which one do you have more of? So my advice to you is if you run a pretty small office and don't have a lot of work, then you should invest the time in doing it yourself. Just go and start further learning online marketing until you master it to the point that you can generate online business on your own. However, if you have a more established office and you don't have the time to invest in this to grow your business, then I would recommend to hire me to do it for you. And you're probably asking yourself, why me and not a regular SEO firm? The simple answer is because I focus on DUI lawyers. What you're going to get with me is a custom solution to you as a DUI lawyer and not just a general SEO service. Just like in any other profession, the more specific you are in what you do, the chances are you're better than others who are less targeted. Just like if you're a San Diego DUI lawyer, chances are you will do a lot better representing someone with DUI charges in San Diego than a large national law firm that has a DUI department, but no one in San Diego. In any case, I would love to speak with you about your firm and see if I can help you generate more business in 2014 with online marketing. If you're interested in exploring this opportunity, please just email me at betterrank@gmail.com and we'll move forward from there. In any case, I would just like to thank you for taking the time listening to this presentation. And no matter which decision you make right now, I'd just like to wish you a lot of success in your business. Talk to you later.